Alright, this is an inspection 225 29th Avenue North, and we are up on top of the mother-in-law suite. We're going to run a camera down through the main stack, the 4-inch stack, to try to access the cast iron lines which are underneath the mother-in-law suite. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, this is the counter of how many feet we are inside of the pipe. So we are now 22 feet, takes us from the stack to the 90, which is under the floor. So I'm going to reset the counter, which will change the feet to 0 over on the left-hand side. So this is the pipe that is underneath the mother-in-law suite. So you can see a small amount of scale that's built up inside of this pipe. That's what this little channel looks like. It's just cast iron scale. There's no breaks in the pipe. There's no cracks in the pipe. The pipe does not need to be replaced. You can just see small amounts of rust inside of this line. So this is a 45-degree fitting, which we're going to try to push through, and the line continues. So again, as you can see, small amount of rust inside of this pipe. We're going to turn the water on here momentarily so that we can check the flow of the pipe with all of this debris that's in here. So it's getting harder for me to push the camera just from the small amount of rust that's inside the pipe. It's normal for cast iron pipe when it hasn't been used consistently to get a little bit of rust in it. So we're 32 feet from the bottom of the stack under the mother-in-law suite. You can see the small buildup of rust. And like I said, we're going to get some water flowing in here so we can check the flow of the pipe. So we've got some water flow coming now. You can see just a little bit of buildup here, which won't let us push the camera a whole lot further. So again, no roots, no cracks, no breaks in the line, just a small amount of cast iron debris. Here comes the water so we can show the flow. So while I've got flow, I'm going to see how far I can go with the camera. We're going to get as far as we can, then we'll stop the water, and we'll inspect all the way back. So as you can see, there's no issues with flow in the line whatsoever. Line is flowing great. So 73 feet, makes another turn. That's probably as far as we're going to get with the camera. Try to go a little further, see if I can get through it. There we go. So that's 78 feet. That's as far as we can push. That's 78 feet from the base of the stack under the mother-in-law suite. So once the water subsides, we're going to pull back and inspect that entire pipe. Alright, so the water has subsided. We've gone 78 feet. So now we can inspect the line coming back. Still a cast iron line. And it's not in terrible shape. Just when we get closer back up under the mother-in-law suite, that's a 45-degree fitting. There's just a little bit of debris that's laying in the bottom of the pipe. So you can see small bits of scale in the line here. And we're 56 feet from the base of the stack. Common for cast iron pipe, but there are no cracks, there's no breaks, there's no root intrusion. So that's a piece of debris there that we just went over. And you can start seeing it laying in the bottom of the pipe. But it's only this last, I'd say 30 feet or so is where most of the debris is, which is common for cast iron lines. Again, I don't know where the idea of digging this line came up, but this line does not need to be dug up. So you can see small pieces of debris there. And the reason it's holding a little water here is the debris has made a small dam. But understand this camera head is very small, so the amount of water you're seeing in the pipe is not near as much water that's in the pipe. So you can see on both sides, it looks almost like a canyon. That's just cast iron debris that has built up inside of the pipe. Again, it does not mean the pipe needs to be replaced. And now we're back to 16 feet from the stack. And we just went through a 45-degree fitting. And you can see the cast iron debris laying here in the bottom of the pipe. You can see the chunks that we're going past now. Again, just cast iron debris. Does not mean the line needs to be dug up. You can still see the debris on both sides, and now we are coming up this main stack, the 4-inch stack, and we are on top of the mother-in-law suite. Everything else on site looks good, just that one section of pipe under the mother-in-law suite. It's not that bad. I would recommend having the rust cleaned out of it, especially before anybody decides to start using it consistently. Everything else on site looks good. In no way, shape, or form did myself or iFindLeaks suggest that this pipe needs to be replaced. Thank you.